G'day everyone, I'm Wade Kelly and welcome to the Flow State Fishing Podcast, where I'll be speaking with some of the most inspirational and passionate people in the fishing industry. You can expect plenty of good yarns, lots of laughs, as well as some motivation to keep you chasing those goals. First episode. Pretty excited. I've got a fair few in the bank already, but I thought I'd drop this one first because it's pretty raw and it's pretty funny, and we do cover quite a lot of topics. Funny and serious. So recently I flew to Brisbane, jumped in a car with Mick Guthrie. Those who don't know Mick, he is the founder of Castmag Co. If you don't know who they are, then you've been living under a rock and you need to chase them up. We're heading to Spot X, chasing some flats fish on fly, and we're driving through the night, so we're talking shit about everything, trying to keep each other awake and stuff. So I want to apologise in advance for the road noise and the echo from the ambient noise in the car. We had to have a lav mic on Mick, obviously, because he's driving, and that kind of mic takes in a lot of ambient noise. I also wanted to say that this podcast is 18 plus, strictly 18 plus, adults only. I wanted to keep it that way. I wanted to make it raw and honest and real. Real people talking about real shit and being themselves. The podcast is unscripted, so there's swearing and rudeness and all sorts of shit. But get at me with some feedback. Keen to hear what you think. Reviews, good or bad, I don't mind. I'll take them both on board. Get at me with who you want me to talk to next, who you think I should be talking to, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
I reckon he's done some bad shit in his life, eh? He's just one of those dudes that's super cryptic. You know what I mean?
With his posts and shit.
With everything. Like, he's a fucking legend. I love his shit. I chat to him every now and again.
Do you?
Yeah. And
Does he give you anything?
No, he's just a nice fella. Like, I tried to promote his sounder course a little while ago, and a few people asked me about his masterclass, but I've never done it. Powley's done it, and Kobe's done it, and Powley in particular is super complimentary of it. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, you only got to see his results. Like, that guy's had decades on the water chasing barra.
Yeah. Bulk meteries too.
Bulk meteries, man.
Constantly.
And not just bulk meteries, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a bite at this time.
Yeah, half-hour window.
Yeah. Like, do you know what I love, right? This is what I love. Because I'm not the world's best fisherman, but I fucking love it, right? But you see all these guys on social media that act like they're the world's best fishermen.
Yeah.
And then fucking Johnny Mitchell, the GOAT, comes in with his little post every now and again.
Yeah, barra eyeball.
Yeah, or like this 1200 barra, I got this 1200 barra on a one cast mission. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Rock up, one cast,
yep.
Puts a 1200 on the deck and then fucks off home.
Goes home.
What a lord,
yep.
Seriously.
Proper lord.
Yeah, unreal. But that's the thing, like, a lot of people, whether it's in business or fishing or whatever, it takes time to get really good at shit.
It does. 100%.
Really good at shit. And I love his shit, to be honest. I really do. But he's the maddest one. He's the maddest in CQ, not Triggy.
Triggy's up there with the maddest.
Triggy's the baddest kind of CQ.
Yeah, he's the baddest.
He's a closet bad guy.
He's not a closet bad guy. He's a straight up bad guy. Fuck your day. He would fuck your day without even needing an excuse.
I'd definitely rather be. I'm glad I'm friends with Triggy and not on the other side of the fence, that's for sure.
Kind of kill you before you knew you were dead.
Oh, man. And enjoy it.
Yeah, he'd love it. He'd be real sadistic in that.
You can see it in his eyes, eh?
Yep.
He's got them real charming eyes too.
He does, he's got pretty eyes.
Like that Charles Manson type set up, eh?
He is exactly
just
like Charles
sucks
Manson.
You in and then boom, crushes you. Oh, man.
Trig.
What are we doing, man? Are we on or what?
Yeah, we're live, man.
Shit.
We've been live for ages.
Oh, there you go. So what are we doing?
I just tend to tell you like after we start recording.
Yeah, okay, see. All right, well, there you go. Is this where I get nervous?
Yeah, man. We're talking Mick Guthrie's story.
All right, my story.
Outside of cast.
Shit, my story outside of cast.
Where were you born and raised, man? And go from there.
All right, so if you want to wind it all the way back, born in Rockhampton, Central Queensland. So, excuse me. Spent the first 10 years of my life there, caught my first fish in Rocky when I was probably about I think it was about 4 or 5. It was actually just outside of Rocky. Caught a spangled perch in Gabriel Creek, Gracemere, which was dry the last time I drove past it a couple months ago, which is a bit sad. But I used to do a little bit of that with my dad, and then also catch catfish and shit in the Fitzroy River off the rock walls. And then when I was 10, my dad got a transfer. He worked in the railway and he moved down to Gladstone. And instead of making the trip backwards and forwards on the highway all the time, they decided to move down there. So we moved down and settled in a little place called Tannum Sands, which is just south of Gladstone. So from 10 to 19, I knocked around in Tannum Sands. It's where I grew up, where all my childhood friends are, where I really fell in love with fishing. And all I did was fish, play cricket, play soccer, and go to school. And that was pretty much it. So that's the short version. I moved to Brisbane to play a bit of cricket and go to uni. And then, shacked up.
Where did the fishing get in? Like what was it? Just catching catfish and the fish was it hooked you or what?
Nah, definitely not. Probably when it really got into my blood was we used to go on family holidays to Bribey Island, down near where I live now, actually. And my grandfather used to help me catch soldier crabs and shit like that on the beach in Pumpstone Passage and catch bream and whiting and flathead and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed it then. But yeah, that was before I was, definitely before I turned 10. And then once I moved to Tannum Sands, it was a wrap. Like that was all I wanted to do. I'd strap the yabby pump on the side of the bike, pedal down, just pump myself some yabbies and just sit there basically on the banks of Wild Cattle Creek and the Boyne River.
Yep.
And just catch fish after fish after fish. It was awesome. I loved it. A lot of the times I'd do it by myself, and other times I'd knock around with a few mates, go and sit on people's jetties off the back of their houses in the Boyne River.
Yep.
And we spent the whole day down there all the time. And that's just what we did when there was no sport. We just caught fish.
Yep.
And
And the sport fell off and the fishing stuck.
Yeah, well, I'm too old to play sport now, so I can spend my time doing something. But yeah, Tannum Sands was an awesome place to grow up fishing. It was unbelievable. And it's every chance I get, I love to go back to Central Queensland. Like a lot of people think I just travel back north because it's a popular place to go, but it's home for me.
Yep.
I've got that much family. Like my mum was one of 9 in Rocky, so I've got that many cousins, aunties and uncles up there. A lot of friends, a lot of good memories up there as well. So I love getting back up there. Every time I get up there, I wind the window down and smell the air, and it just smells like home.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's good. I love being up there.
Nice. And then cast obviously started when you're in Brisbane.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm degree qualified as a civil engineer, and so I've spent the bulk of my career in construction contracting, so building roads and bridges and tunnels and all sorts of shit, subdivisions. And I sort of lost the passion for that quite a while ago when I went out and spent some years in the mines, which was heartbreaking for me because I wasn't really anywhere near any salt water, and I kind of realised how much I missed it. And I thought, fuck this game, I've got to get out of this, because at the time it felt like the next 10 years I was going to be working in mines.
Yep.
And I was on a shitty roster, which was basically, by the time you take into consideration the travel, it was 11 days on and 3 days off, and with no foreseeable end, basically. So yeah, it was gross. So my wife actually came up with the idea of doing an online mag as a bit of a side hustle, and I was just off it completely right at the start. I thought, nah, fuck that. I'm not interested in that whatsoever. But then I let it simmer for a little while and then settled on it being a good idea. Kicked it off 6 years ago, and obviously it's evolved into what it is now. Magazine we don't really concentrate too much on at the moment. It's more the filming and the apparel and the tackle and bits and pieces. It's a hell of a lot of fun, but yeah, it started off mainly as a magazine, and it's taken a journey since then.
Yeah, huge journey.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So what gets the blood pumping now, fish-wise? Where are you at? What's got you to where you're at now? Your goals, fish-wise?
Fish-wise, when I was a kid, it was all about live bait and estuary species, stuff like that. I did zero blue water because my old man had the tiniest boat ever, and didn't really even get that until a certain age, which we were very lucky. I had very young parents. My parents were only like 17 and 18 when they had me, so we didn't really grow up with any sort of stable financial situation. But by the time I was in my teenage years, they sort of got themselves sorted out, and had a little tinny. But it was all about the estuary species. So I used to go and chase golden trevally, Moses perch, mangrove jack, flathead. All the typical species up there, queenies. And then when I moved down to Brisbane, I kind of like concentrated on my cricket and my soccer more than fishing for a couple of years. And I actually met a guy in my soccer team who we got talking, realised he was a good fisherman, and he actually taught me how to fish with soft plastics, chasing snapper around Redcliffe in the shallows on a kayak.
Yep.
And that was around about 2003, 2004, I think it was. And then I basically spent the next 10 years doing that exclusively on it, just locked in on it. Did pretty well at it.
Big knobbies?
The biggest one I had got was just recently, like a few years ago. I haven't done it for quite a few years now because obviously I've been spending a lot of time doing some other stuff. But the biggest one I got was more or less my one of my more recent ones, which was 90 centimetres in about 2.5-3 metres of water. I was actually with Buster and our two boys.
Yep.
Which was a pretty special
That's
moment
awesome.
because that's like a 10-year fish.
Shit.
I had caught plenty over 70 centimetres in the shallows, the odd one nudging 80, but you get smoked big time in that country. It's fun as fuck. But, you win some and lose fucking heaps. Is the short answer to that. But, so that got my heart pumping for 10 years. I didn't look at a mangrove jack, didn't look at a tuna, didn't look at anything other than snapper, basically.
Nice.
And, that's what was accessible to me. Now, obviously, I've done quite a bit of blue water stuff in the last few years.
You just do flat out mad shit now all the time.
It's actually, I don't think it's that flat out mad shit, to be honest. It's just like just trying to push your own boundaries.
Yeah.
Like fly fishing has been a massive thing for me. Like I eyed it off for years, but I know what I'm like. I'm a sort of an obsessive personality.
Yep.
So if I pick something up, I'm like fucking balls in. Like cast is a perfect example of that. Pick that up and just fucking
drive into
million miles an hour. Do whatever I can to make it work, and that sort of thing. So fly fishing really excites me because it's fucking hard. I'm not that good at it, and it basically you feel like you're a newborn again with fishing.
Yep.
I've caught fucking shitloads of snapper in shallow water. Never caught one on fly.
Yeah.
And that to me is like, fuck. I really
you feel like you've never caught a snapper.
Exactly right. Yeah, that's it. And I've been lucky enough to catch some pretty cool fish on fly, but I've got so many more. Like you can't even fathom the list. Honestly,
I could fathom it because it's probably similar to
mine,
I reckon.
Like the last filming trip I did with Benny, we filmed. We filmed a little promo for Stella and a grappler rod and the new Ocean 8 braid. He caught that fucking monster Spanish.
Yeah.
I think we released like a little cut of it or whatever, but on that trip, all I took was a camera gear and a 12-weight.
Yeah, right.
Because I knew I was filming for him, but I wanted a big queenfish or a Spanish mackerel on fly. So I had the popper rigged up with a little wire trace and had everything ready to roll just in case Spanish were firing because I just wanted one on fly. Like, I don't know if that's a bit scary or whatever, but
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I've never even thought about spanners on fly.
I would honestly rather, some trips, I'd rather go without any fish but try something that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Like, I love all sorts of fishing. Don't get me wrong, I love all sorts of fishing. But if I get an opportunity to do something that I really think is cool, I'd rather do that for 6 months and not have a fucking fish photo to post on Instagram. I don't give a fuck about that. I want to be able to go and do something that I want to do.
Yep.
Really enjoy it and soak it up. So, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm talking heaps.
You're supposed to be. What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. Fuck.
You're letting rip. It's good. It's good. But
The funny thing, actually, I'll just carry on from that.
no, righto.
In the States, that was a classic example of that for me.
Yep.
Like, going to the States, we had a bunch of film work to do. But I said to Benny, when we get over there, if there's a chance for me to catch a peacock bass on fly and a snakehead on fly, that's all I want.
Yep.
And we went, and a redfish on fly. Fuck, man. I'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I think the second day, we had an opportunity to sight cast some peacock bass, which I just fucking fell in love with.
Yep.
Like, some people say it's like catching tilapia over here or whatever, but it's not. They're way bigger.
Yep.
They're way more aggressive. Just because they're a noxious species or introduced or whatever doesn't mean they fucking pull any less.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and and they're cool as fuck. They're so beautiful, those fish. They're so exotic.
Yep.
Like, just to see the colours in your hands for real, not just a photo, is it's pretty special. So I was frothing on that. And then the very last day, after I'd missed a couple of snakehead on fly, had the opportunity. It was only a tiny one, but like, we knew there was one there, made the cast, and pretty much as soon as the fly hit the water, I gave it one little strip and just exploded. And it was like, I felt like, you know that when you're a little kid and your mum or your dad tickle you and you feel like you're just giddy?
Yep.
That's how I felt. Like, when the rod was loaded up, and I'd strip set it, I was like, I can't believe this. It's fucking awesome. How good is this? And it was because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to catch a snakehead on fly.
Yep.
I caught one on a surface frog and stuff, which was all cool. It's all sight cast, which is fun as fuck, but I just wanted one on fly, and I don't know. That's what gets me going in anything. Set a goal, do it.
Yep.
No matter how long it takes. So,
Got it.
yeah.
What other mad shit you've been doing, like on trips?
All the mad shit.
All the mad shit.
No.
But like your last 2 years have been pretty full on.
Yeah, actually, it's fucking humbling, honestly. Because a lot of the stuff that we do, it's work. And a lot of people anyone who's not in business doesn't see the 24-hour grind, like the 7-day-a-week grind. No one's going to do something for you other than yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so when you need something done, or you need to push something, or you need to, produce something yourself or create something yourself, it's you that's got to do it.
Yep.
So I've been like grinding my ass off and working real hard and surrounding myself with really good people for what feels like years, and it has been. It's been like 5 or 6 years, while balancing a full-time job in construction.
Yep.
And now, fortunately, we get an opportunity to go away to these great places and create films for people. And it's work. It's fucking fantastic.
Yep.
And honestly, if anybody else can chase their dreams and do that sort of thing, like, more power to them, because it's such a rewarding way to live your life, as much as it's really hard work. And it's testing and it's trying and all that sort of shit. It's pretty fucking cool. This trip we're actually going on now is basically, this will put it into perspective. This is the first time I've got to fish for these fish in 3 years, but I've been back to this area 3 or 4 times since I last fished.
Yep.
And every time I've been there, I've held the camera for someone else. And it's utopia.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
This time you're on the rod butt.
Yeah, like this time it's weird.
It feels weird.
It doesn't feel weird. I'm fucking excited, man, honestly. And
just for the record, he bought the camera gear.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, it's so weird. This is the thing that people don't understand. I can't switch it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I love going to go fishing and hanging out with the boys and all that sort of stuff. I love those experiences. But when I'm in those areas, I think, fuck, I just want to share it with people now.
Yep.
Cast is a pretty cool platform to share that, because a lot of the people that follow it and engage in it, man, it's like, it's kind of, I get a buzz off being able to share experiences with those people. That's really it's probably my favourite part about Cast.
Yep.
You know? Yeah. But yeah, in terms of like mad shit, it's not really mad shit. It's just fun.
It's pretty mad shit though. I reckon it is.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Like
and credit to all the different people who've come into cast and out of cast as well, because like we've bounced ideas off each other, we've planned shit, we've brainstormed, we've like someone will come up with a good idea, and then another guy will come up with a good idea, and
then all of a sudden it's happening.
All of a sudden it's like, holy fuck, what did we just do?
Selfish.
Yeah,
NT, and that
exactly.
NT trip, that was weird.
That was fucking weird as. That's a classic example, and that's how it goes. Like, you just, all of us are pretty close mates. We talk on the phone. It's like, oh man, fuck, I really want sailfish. Fuck, I would love to get a sailfish on a pop teardrop stick bait. Fuck, let's do it.
Yep.
Triggy, you want a stick bait? Oh, you want a fucking sailfish? I've heard that before.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I'm down. Let's go.
Dates.
Fuck it, then all of a sudden we're up there. Singlets on, slugs out.
Yep.
Yeah. And sailies on deck.
Yep. That was a good trip, man.
The only thing I would love to do more than what we did was if we had to come across like a frothed up bait ball where they're going spastic and try and cast at it. Yeah.
It's definitely doable.
For sure.
Yep. Well, we're on again in October now.
We're on again. I'm all about that. I love that shit. And I mean, even that trip, I had the 12 weight with me.
Yeah. Yep.
Never got it out.
Nah.
But yeah, if there was an opportunity, fucking happy days.
That's the thing though, that you jump across, like 1 minute you're chasing GTs, the next minute you're chasing, sailfish, or you're on the boat doing it anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Then you're on barra.
Yep.
Next minute you're on reefies.
Yep, toga.
Everything,
all
man.
sorts of shit.
It's insane.
And that's the thing that I love about it. Connecting with that, like, cast is like a family. I know that seems a real cliche, but there's been a lot of people who've come in and gone out and whatnot at different stages of the business, and also different stages of people's personal lives.
Yep.
But there's a solid core of people that have changed my life.
Yep.
That are in cast, like genuine friends. You know what I mean? Through everything, and
real
it's
ones.
like you can sort of only count them on one hand, really. But that's the sort of thing that I love about cast as well, because that's accelerated my life in terms of finding people who are really genuine mates.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not. I don't know. Social media can be really, really fickle and really come across fake as fuck a lot of the time.
9 times out of 10 it is, I think.
I get that impression, yeah. Like I try to stay away from most of that stuff, and I think most people aren't blind to that either.
Nah.
Like you can tell what's real and what's not, and at the end of the day, none of that's really important. What's important is your relationships that you have with your friends.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yep.
100%. So, I mean, I'm closer. I've got really close mates that don't even have an Instagram account.
Yeah.
I've got also close mates who are on Instagram, but you wouldn't know that we're mates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in the fishing industry,
Yep.
like there's a lot of people I'm really close to that you wouldn't even pick it.
Yeah.
But we're actually real friends. So
Yeah.
cast has done that for me for sure. So it's not just the mad trips; it's the good people.
Yep.
That come into my life that I really appreciate for sure.
Well, it attracts those sort of like-minded fishers.
Yeah, I think it's like any passion. There'll always be people who are connected by our passion, but then the next step is they're not necessarily, you don't necessarily connect your personal character with each other. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be friends with everyone who's passionate about fishing just because you're passionate about fishing.
Nah, exactly.
There's another layer to it,
There's a layer of
on a
personalism.
personal level.
Is that a word? Personalism?
Yeah, for sure.
You don't know, eh?
Something like that. Personalism. I think it's...
I feel like it is.
100%. You 100% just made those two words up.
Nah.
Personalisation.
Nah, that's too big a word.
That's way too big.
That's not right.
What you're saying is there's a level of connection between people, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yep.
So cast has done that for me more so than the mad trips, but yeah, I've seen some really epic shit in the last few years, and to be perfectly honest, yeah, I've worked my ass off, and so have a lot of people that have come into it and helped as well, but it's really wouldn't be anything without the people that support it.
Yeah.
Because the people that support it are the ones that actually create it as a platform.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's just a group of dudes doing what they love to do.
Yeah, that's right.
If no one has any interest in it, it's not it's not anything.
Nah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So, yeah. Got any other questions, man, or is that it?
Nah, I'm going to keep going. I'm trying to...
Hit me.
I've got a heap of shit I want to ask, but it's like, some of it's not really appropriate.
Just ask me.
Nah, it's fucked.
Just ask me.
Nah, man. There's 2 chairs, right?
Oh, shit. No, definitely not.
No.
Oh, go to your head. Oh, man.
Not tonight.
Fuck.
Oh, dear.
All right. Hit me.
No, I was more like leaning towards funny shit that's happened on trips. Like, that's cemented in your brain. And I've got a fair few off the top of my head for you, but...
Yeah.
Nah.
Possibly some I can't remember.
Yeah, nah.
Fuck.
Yep.
I don't really remember much about fucking trips with you, that's for sure. You and your fucking furfies.
That's your own fault, man.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
They actually go down too well.
Really
and they
good.
Just hit me like a fucking bomb. And then I go to sleep. So it's fucked up.
Straight to sleep.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like a baby.
Miss all the action.
Fucking hell.
But
I missed all the fucking action. I'm still in trouble for it and I don't even know why.
funny shit. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't really think about it. Actually, I remember something that's fully fucking ingrained in my head from, I think it's the first trip to Cape York.
All right. The Chaunt.
The Chaunt.
Episode 1.
Yeah, maybe it might be episode 3. It was when we camped out on the fucking sand cave.
Yeah.
So, as you know, like, full credit to Benny and his family and that for that trip, because they've been doing it for years, right? And he was mentioning it to me. That's how he got involved in cast, actually. Yeah. That's another story. He said, "Fuck, I want you to come to the Cape." And I said, "Oh, do you mind if I come up and maybe practice filming it?" Like, because I was interested in filming way back then. And he goes, "Yeah, fuck, no, mate, definitely." So anyway, long story short, got up there, had a ball of a time. It was life-changing for me. And we were camped out on this sand cave, right? And I remember we had, like, you don't have showers out there or whatever, you just go hard as fuck. And it's like two weeks in the bush, fucking start to stink and blah, blah, blah. But by the time we got out to the sand cave, it was so fucking hot out there, man. It was like glass out conditions, full fucking stinking hot. Like, you can't even fathom it unless you're from up in that zone.
North
like
Queensland.
Darwin, classic.
Yeah, man.
And anyway, I remember late at night, full moon, so the whole little sand cave was lit up, right?
I don't even know this. I think it's going to be fucking funny.
Well, I hope it's funny. Fucking, you're building it up.
Yeah.
But it's just something that's imprinted in my brain. I wish I could fucking get rid of it. For real. I remember sitting on my little swag. It was me and Robbo, and then in between me and Robbo, it's like Benny crawls in between us. He's on all fours, and he's completely nude. Completely nude. What are you doing, man? Oh, just fucking airing out the gooch, man.
On the full moon night.
On the full moon, so it's full lit. It's completely stark as fucking whitest ass. Fucking, all I can just,
I can just imagine it.
Fucking big cags hanging down. It's fucked up. So yeah, when you say something imprinted into your brain, that was the first thing that fucking come to my mind. That's how fucked up it was. It's traumatic. But actually, that was a fucking sick trip. Honestly, that was probably the first, mad shit that I'd ever done.
Yep.
Like that,
like a loose trip.
Oh mate, it was so fucking.
Because you've been pretty quiet. Like, you were pretty quiet until you started, like. Obviously, until you started doing that sort of stuff, but that... Yeah,
I was quiet on social media. I fished for Snapper for 10 years, never took a photo.
Yeah, but that's quiet too. Like, just
oh,
working.
You mean quiet as a personality?
Nah, like quiet, like you just working your local, doing your own thing.
Yeah, 100%.
And then next minute, all of a sudden, you're jumping on board with...
Yeah, that was life-changing for me.
People for fat trips and fat times.
Yeah, that was life-changing for me. And honestly, probably why me and Benny are such close mates now.
Yeah.
Because we've done a lot of that shit, and I can't rap the bloke enough, honestly, for stuff like that. Like, he loves connecting with people. He loves fishing with other people, and some people fucking see that as a negative, where they say, "Oh, just go and fish with someone else who's got fish." But he's done his work as well.
Yeah.
Like, people are quick to forget that he gets asked to go fishing with these guys. Yep. You know what I mean? He's not the one going, "Hey, can I come fishing with you?"
Yep.
So yeah, but we're super close mates because of experiences like that, man. Those sort of areas are special. Yeah, as you know.
Yeah, he's got that energy too. Like,
oh man, he does.
You could be just so flat, man, and he will pick you up.
Yeah, he does not stop.
He's like, you could rehash the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
And put Benny's face on it.
100%.
Like, get him run around.
Yeah. And he'll be real cheeky about it too. Like he'll say, oh fuck man, weather's pretty good tomorrow. Eh? Like he'll be real quiet about it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, weather's good tomorrow, man. I'm like, oh yeah, and you'll just plant the seed. And, and then it'll fester in your mind. You'll be like, fuck, I'm gonna have the day off tomorrow. He's like, wanna come for a fish? And then other times he'll ring me and I'll hang up on him or whatever because I'm busy, and then I'll get my voice message and it'll be, listen here, fuck ya. I don't give a fuck what you're doing tonight. I'm going popping. Sleep when you're dead. Fucking, are you in or are you fucking pussy? Full pump ups. And that's what it was like when we were first chasing GTs off Brisbane a few years ago.
Yeah.
It was just a non-stop mission until we fucking felt like we had achieved that goal.
Yep.
And he's non-stop. He's relentless. It's I think that's probably the number one reason why we get on so well, and because he knows I've got his back and he's got my back. That's real friendship, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Deep, man.
Deep.
Getting deep.
We can get deep if you want.
Nah, I'll send you deep.
Nah, but honestly, people don't realise how much cast has changed my life. It's something that I never expected. I didn't think it to be, I didn't think it would go the way it was going to go or the way it is now, and I wouldn't change it at all. And it's a fucking big part of my life. Massive part of my life.
It's huge now, man. It's one of the biggest platforms in Australia, if not, it will be overseas, I think, pretty quickly.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't know. It
seems to be going that way.
It's one of those things, like, people can ask you business questions all the time and you don't really
get any work from it or any exposure.
Yeah. Oh, not even that. Like, you kind of got some days I sit there and I plan and I put strategies in place from a business point of view.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's all about having good people involved doing cool shit that other people can do and want to do themselves.
Yeah.
But maybe just need a little nudge.
Yeah, don't drive.
We went over to America twice in 2 years.
Yeah.
Because that was like an opportunity where people just go, like, if you got offered that opportunity, would you say no?
No way I would say no.
No. Whereas, particularly in the last 12 months, and especially Benny, and I have as well a couple of times, have knocked back a lot of those trips that are unachievable for most people.
Yeah.
Because I see Cast as like a relatable brand, if you know what I mean. Like it's a platform where normal people, normal people might push themselves a little bit harder to do some stuff that they wouldn't necessarily do off their own back. It's not even about doing the maddest shit. It's just about doing something that you wouldn't necessarily do unless you've seen, someone's giving you a little push.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm no different.
Yeah.
As a person, I was quite happy slaying snapper.
Yeah.
And then someone gave me a push.
And then all of a sudden,
and then another guy gave me a push, and another guy gave me a push, and and then I started pushing people.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you got this network of friends that just go, "Fuck, man, what's next?"
I'm getting Triggy money to buy a kayak next week.
Yeah. Is that right?
I'm going kayak fishing with them fucking idiots.
So you should. I'm not
licking somebody's assholes, but
sleep with a knife though, for real.
Nah, man.
Triggy. Triggy.
I don't need a knife. I got
true. Yeah, true.
You know how it is.
You'll be alright.
Yeah.
Fuck. I need
the baddest man.
Baddest man in CQ.
Yeah.
What about that sooty initiation though?
I'm not licking a do it, man.
Fucking
no, if I do it, it's not going to be like Jake, where he like tucked his head up under it. Like
it almost looked like it was it almost looked romantic.
It looked
when he did it. It was fucking wrong, eh?
It was seedy as.
You hear what he said? Like, his missus asked him why he did it. He just goes, "Off for the boys."
Yeah, I'll pay that. That's legit.
What didn't come out though? I sent Triggy a video message from our last trip.
Yeah.
Did he tell you about it?
No. Oh.
We went and did some chase baits filming, and we filmed his home turf, Jake's home turf.
Yeah.
And those prop duster swim baits.
Yeah.
They're fucking cool action on them, but every time we threw one near a toga, a catfish would come from nowhere and murder.
Oh yeah, no, he looked. Oh, yeah. Keep
This
telling,
was
keep
like
telling.
a fucking 70, 80 centimetre.
Yeah, keep telling the story.
Catfish.
I remember this.
And I quickly whipped my phone out because Triggy was into me all day about fucking get him to do something stupid. And I said to him, the day before, me and Triggy were going backwards and forwards. And so anyway, I filmed him and I just started saying, never dog the boys, man. Oi, Jakey, don't dog the boys, man. And he's looking at me. You can tell he's looking at the catfish. He's looked up at me. I got the fucking phone rolling. He's looked back at the catfish. I'm like, Jake, for the boys, man. He picks up this big slob of a fucking catfish and he's just give it the biggest lick right on the doot.
They got assholes like overcoat
right
buttons.
on the doot.
Like an overcoat button, the asshole is.
It was
That's
fucked
cruel.
up.
Oh.
Triggy sent me a video message back saying, like, basically, like he'd just thrown up. And he was saying, he'd probably rather, I think he said, fuck me, dead boys. I think I'd rather tug a tranny than that shit. And oh man, it was the grossest shit ever.
That's filth.
But luckily for Jake, it was one of those disappearing videos.
Yeah. Needs
So
to be.
it'll never see the light of day
But
again.
now it's on audio.
Oh man, it's so fucked up. That's gross.
Tricky does that to you, bud.
He does. He's a bad
He's
man.
a fucking influence,
He's
man.
a bad man.
Gets you real hyped up to do mad shit.
You could tell too when we were on your home turf tour.
Yeah.
We were talking about your jiu-jitsu, and then you could just tell Triggy's got some shit in his locker.
Yeah, man.
When
Yep.
we were talking about it, and then I was like, "Hey, Triggy, you've done a bit of this, haven't you?" Because you could just smell it.
Yep.
And then it was just fucking, yeah, boys. I got some fucking stories for you.
You can just tell too, like how people like that walk, like fighters and stuff.
Yeah.
You can just tell that he's just a bad man.
He's got that swag over.
Yeah,
There's
he does.
No one's gonna fuck with him.
And no one, he doesn't even, not even scared of anyone to fuck with him.
He's probably scared of you.
No, he wouldn't be scared of me. No way.
Definitely not.
I contemplated sneaking up on him and fucking around on
He'd
that trip.
fucking murder you.
Yeah, I didn't want to, get all sorts of...
And the thing about Triggy too is you don't realise, on social media, you don't realise how fucking big he is.
He's a big boy.
He's a solid fucking dude.
Yeah, not fat either.
Not at
but
all.
A big boy. Big...
Hey, but Triggy, I've got some footage from Jake's fucking home turf. Don't ever fuck with me.
I'll tell you about a fucked up imprint.
Yeah.
Remember that? On the
Which one?
boat, my home turf.
Oh, you're not talking about Mr. Hanky. The extended version.
Yeah. No, I shouldn't.
You definitely should.
Moral of the story before I
Set
tell
it up. We're up this creek, right?
You tell
Posted
it. It's
up
your
on a
podcast.
junction. We're up this creek, posted on a junction. This charter boat comes up behind us, posts up as well, about 40 metres back probably. It's a generous 40 metres.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden,
Yeah, no, 40 is way generous.
way generous. It was
Yeah.
close as.
Yeah.
Like you could hear them casting,
talking,
you could hear
yeah.
talking and whatnot. And
I was netting fish for him.
basically. And
fuck.
I remember we were all talking, and we're up the front of the boat, you're casting, I'm filming or whatever, and then all of a sudden Triggy just goes dead quiet and sneaks away. And I didn't even notice until you turned around and you looked like you went white.
Oh, I did, man.
What'd you see?
Everything. Everything. I seen all
What do
the
you mean?
fucking things.
What do you mean?
I seen fucking... I can't even put it into words.
It was long and brown.
There's and touching the water but still attached to his arsehole.
And then, of course, I saw the look on your face. So I had a little spin around and see what's up.
He had to stand up to snap it off. It was that long.
And the funny thing was, as soon as I turned around and saw that monstrosity,
Yep.
I looked up and the four blokes in the charter boat were just
laughing.
staring at it, pissing themselves laughing.
Yep.
And Triggy just gets up like it ain't no thing.
Pull his pants on. Didn't care. Kept
He
fishing.
don't give a fuck. I think he gave him a little wave.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
Had his agates out,
Oh, my
everything, the lot. I just wasn't ready for it. If I was prepared,
yeah,
it was fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't even go, "Oh, hey, boys, I'm just going to go for a shit." Just like, it was like, just snuck away real quiet. It's almost like he wanted us to turn around.
Yeah, I reckon he did.
You know what I mean? He's a bad man.
He would have.
He's a bad man. That was a fun trip, man.
That was loose. It's still in the memory banks as
Yeah.
one of the loosest.
That actually was a trip that I remember, like, we have a lot of laughs on all our trips that we go on.
Yeah.
It's always good vibes. And that trip in particular, I still remember, like, flying home. My abs were sore.
Yep.
My cheeks were sore.
Yep.
Like, it was the funniest fucking 3 or 4 days.
We
I've
were
had
in
my
tears
life.
for a week. Like, just,
It was a good mix.
we were crying of laughter every day.
Yeah, it was a real good
It was
mix.
fun,
I loved
man.
it.
And it was pigs of a weather too.
Oh, it was gross.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Because remember, we wanted to chase, like, I wanted to chase Barra the first few days and then Billy's the last few, but the last few days were like rude weather.
Oh. Rude's an understatement.
Bit
it
nautical.
was so fucking nautical. But to be honest, people are going to think this is a plug, but I don't give a fuck. It's not. That fucking sportsman for a bay boat in rough fucking weather.
Yeah, true today.
Honestly, I was actually a little bit like, you know, you get a little bit nervous when you think, oh fuck, the ocean's getting a bit gnarly.
Yeah.
And in a fucking boat with such a small freeboard, but I was fucking stunned. It was it's a safe boat.
Yep. Well, you went home a day early and Triggy stayed a day, and then we got caught in that fucking storm, man.
I saw the footage.
Yep, it was bad.
That's that footage I posted with the spray jackets.
Yep.
You boys are going, dry as, fucking dry as.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck.
We
man.
had like
nautical
waves over the bow and piss and rain.
Yeah.
And Triggy was like running around the esky, like the esky was floating in the bottom of the boat. All our lure trays were floating around. The fucking that Yeti bag was just sliding across, sloshing around, blocking fucking drain holes. It was gnarly. It took us 2.5 hours to travel 20 k's.
Fucking hell.
Not even 20 k. We're doing like 12 k an hour.
It get pretty gnarly up there though, eh?
Yeah, it can get pretty rude in storms.
Yeah.
We're just lucky we don't have heaps of swell.
Yeah, for sure.
I think.
That was actually something that surprised me. I was expecting heaps of swell up there.
Yeah, we don't get much, eh? Like, not until you push far offshore, because our shelf stage is away.
Yeah, right.
We got a lot of shallow water for a long distance.
Yeah. It's fucking cool though up there. I really loved exploring that.
Well, you've done a fair few trips up there, eh?
Fuck yeah, I love it. Like the first trip I went to NT was that the one we actually got asked by the heli tour guy.
Yeah,
Mick
Guthrie, yep.
Yeah, fuck, he's a bad man.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, he's a legend.
Yep.
I would love to hang out with him again. I had such a fun time with that guy. And that was another trip. I did not swing a rod.
You filmed the whole time?
Filmed the whole fucking thing. But got some cool footage, which you don't get without just staying on the camera. But, and I loved every minute of it. Man.
Yep.
I know for a fact it's better than me sitting in an office.
When you do them trips, you're a part of it, eh?
100%. And like, it's also, I get a lot of satisfaction out of, in my construction career, like I've built some bridges and some corrugated steel tunnels in mine camps, and I've done some highway work and some fairly challenging stuff when I was younger, especially the bridge stuff. And I still like looking at the bridge. If I drive past it, I go, fuck, I helped build that.
Yeah.
There's a sense of achievement. And when I look at a film, even if it's not professional or whatever, like I look at it and I go, fuck yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
And I get a little sense of pride out of it.
Yep.
And I get a little buzz when people say, oh fuck, that was sick. And so I really enjoyed doing that. But yeah, the first time I went to NT ever was that trip. And that was fun because Ben's brother Terry is a fucking riot. He's like possibly in the grand final for the funnest guy to hang out with ever.
True.
Yeah. Him and his mate Jeff. That's it. My first Cape trip was me, Ben, Robbo, Ben's dad, Terry, and Chook, Jeff.
Yeah, yep.
And I think maybe Ben's old man's mate Spider was there on the first trip or the second trip. I can't quite remember which one he was there for.
Yep.
I think it was the second trip, but that initial squad was the funniest fucking 2 weeks I've ever had in my life. So loose.
We'll get into that in a sec, I reckon. I'm keen for a feed, and I've got to change batteries in this fucking thing again.
Sweet, man. Let's do it.
Because you bought Crazy Clark's alkaline battery.
Hey man, buy your own. Where's your battery? Like, who's fucking running this thing?
You want to run this fucking show?
I'll fucking get the batteries, that's for sure.
We'll be back in a minute. Back, full bellies.
Oh, best feed ever. Not really.
Nah.
Fucking cold grilled chicken wraps.
Cold grilled chicken wraps.
Good idea to do start the podcast before the feed, eh?
Yeah, well,
Definitely
otherwise
not
we'll
go
go
stone fucking cold.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Spicy.
what were we talking about?
We were talking about how Terry is one of the most funnest dudes to have on a trip.
Oh, the squad at the Cape.
The squad, yeah.
Yeah, the Cape squad. The first trip, I'd never met Chook before. Like, I'd seen him around and that. And obviously I knew Terry and Ben and Robbo. And, we spent 2 weeks up there. We ended up with, like, maybe, I think it was 2 days of real good glass out where we got to the outer reef. And then when we came back, it blew its tits off basically for the rest of the trip. But it was one of those trips where you came back from the outer reef. It was almost like you came back from heaven, back to Earth. And it was just like the most deep sense of satisfaction.
Surreal.
And yeah, it felt surreal. So then obviously it was blowing its tits off. We just had the 2 best fishing days of life, basically. Yeah. So the sips started. The sips turned into gulps, and before you knew it, we were blind as fuck, having the best time ever in the middle of Cape York. And like that, it started at like lunchtime.
Yeah, shit.
And it was just like full day drinking, and then into the night. And I just remember it being the funnest thing. You know when you just fucking piss yourself laughing for no reason? Yep. You just look at each other and piss yourself laughing. Yep. It was one of those vibes, and it was fucking so good.
That's sick.
But it was cool. Like, it was interesting sleeping arrangements actually out on the K. I remember thinking and actually said to the boys, "What do you reckon about Crocs out here, boys?" It's only about I think it's only about 30 k's off the coast.
Oh yeah, still close enough.
Way close enough. 100% close enough. And I remember thinking, fuck, what could go wrong out here? Well, Crocs for starters. And then we got out to the actual K, and there's fucking birds everywhere. There's bird eggs everywhere. There's baby birds everywhere. And then we get up in the morning after, I remember, like, I felt like I woke up every fucking 30 minutes because I was worried about Crocs, and it was a full moon. It was bright as fuck. Wake up in the morning, fucking everywhere around us is covered in turtle tracks.
Oh, no way.
There's basically a smorgasbord of anything you want that moves slowly. A fucking Croc could just come up and just
help itself
to the whole fucking island of everything, including myself. And of all people, it was Ben on one side, me on the other side, and fucking Robbo in the middle.
In the middle.
This dude is fucking 6'4", fucking monstrous human. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe he drew the short straw in the middle. Fucking lucky freak.
You've had a fair few weird sleeping arrangements.
I have, actually.
I've experienced a couple of them. Well, I haven't been actually a part of it, but
you could be if you want.
Nah, man, I don't know. I
definitely have had a few. Shall we say, get pretty close to the boys.
I reckon. Team bonding.
Oh, the first Cape trip, I basically spent the whole 2 weeks, apart from when we were out on the K, in a rooftop tent with Buster.
Nice.
Every single night. And, I think it was like, it was warm. It was nice. It was cozy, man.
Yuck.
But he didn't snore back then. He fucking snores now. And
bad.
So do I. It's bad, man. Whoever wakes up first, if we're sharing accommodation, it's like, fuck you, snore, man.
At the Nationals, man, it was fucked up. I was outside in the swag and you were waking me up.
It's crazy. But yeah, 2 weeks in a rooftop tent with him in the first trip.
Yep.
And then, I shared a bed with Triggy for a couple of nights.
In the territory, that was fucking funny, man. But he smelled good, bud.
He fucking smells delicious.
He smells real good.
He smells
After he's had a wash, man, he's
delicious.
fucking unreal. I don't know what he puts on, but I rate it.
Whatever it is, it's fucking magic. So good.
What did he say when he walked in?
Oh, he got out of the shower, he walked in, he goes, "Right, boys, your turn. Be careful not to trip on all my arms and legs."
Arms and legs all up the wall.
Fucking shot one off in there. And he wouldn't tell you what shower he was in either.
Nah.
It was a Russian roulette to fucking pick which one and
That was funny.
dodge the glue. But I ended up having to I don't know how that happened either. To get the short straw on that one, me and him in a double bed.
I was onto it because I knew we only booked a room that could sleep 3, and I knew from staying there that one is always a double bed.
Oh man, it was a big stitch
I
up.
rolled straight in there and put my bags on the single bed.
Big stitch up. And see, I was on all these trips. People don't realise that when you're filming stuff, like the guys that fish, they just get to fish and then they have a feed and a few drinks and go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm up charging batteries, dumping footage, fucking cleaning lenses, doing what I got to do for the next day. So Triggy jumps in the bed, right? I'm doing my thing. And by the time I finish, it's like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
So I go to turn the light off. I turn around and look at Triggy. He's fucking... He's basically spread eagle on the bed. Like, there's no room for me.
You just had to touch when you slept.
There's no room for me.
That's weird, man.
So basically, like, I've only just met this bloke in real life, right?
Yeah.
And he's a fucking weapon. I love him. But I didn't want to wake him up.
I wouldn't wake him up.
And I didn't want to sneak in under the sheets.
Be all creepy and that.
Be like touching legs and shit. So I slept on top of the bed, right? And he was hogging the fucking doona, and it was about 16 degrees in that little fucking ice box.
Yeah, it was.
So I slept the first night on top of the doona, on top of the sheet, with a fucking beach towel over me. And a beanie and a hood.
Because you were scared of Triggy.
Because I was scared of Triggy. I just went like, but fuck, he smelled good.
He did smell.
He smelled so good.
I don't know what he... Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, and it was strong, like pungent.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of smell good,
Ode to Trig.
the opposite of smelling good. Here's a little behind the scenes from the John B trip.
Oh, righto.
When these boys turned up in Australia, me and Benny met them at the airport, right? I looked at them. Scott's still in his fucking pajamas from LA, and they just look like death warmed up, right? They fucking haven't slept, and we've still got a 4-hour drive ahead of us. And I looked at, I said, "Hey, did you boys bring warm clothes?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, warm enough." I'm like, "Yeah, man." Like, warm clothes? And they're like, yeah, warm enough. I'm like, okay, no worries. It's going to be like sub-zero, just saying.
Yeah.
And you're into swag. You're not sleeping in a room.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, what's a swag? You'll see. So anyway, I got down there. By the time we got to this little TSR where we camped up, it was already like -1 or -2. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. It was probably going to get, it would have got to like -6 or -5 or something like that.
Yep.
Me and Benny in the back of his cruiser. I had long pants, 2 pairs of socks, my hiking boots.
Yep.
My fucking singlet, shirt, flannel, fucking, multiple layers, spray jacket, beanie, my hoodie on with the hood over, and then the spray jacket hood. I even had fucking ski gloves. Because we didn't really have and we only had one blanket basically. So I was like basically rugged up, ready to roll, and didn't fucking move the whole night. And I was cold. Right?
Fuck.
And
No thanks.
funny thing is, we said to the boys, hey, keep your shoes on when you go to sleep, right? First thing John says when he gets up, he goes, fuck, my feet are numb. Like, I can't feel my feet. I'm like, fuck, you should have slept in your shoes, obviously, which you didn't do.
Yeah.
And he goes, I said to him, what's that smell? What's that swag smell like? Has he got Benny's swag?
Oh, no.
It smells like cum.
Oh.
It's fucking well-seasoned. Like, proper well-seasoned. And when I said it to him, like, you should have seen the look at his face, like, I knew what he was going to say. And he just looked at me and goes, oh, man. Oh, holy fuck. Can you imagine that? Just get off a long-haul flight and climb into a swag and it smells like jizz.
Look, this podcast will go to air. Benny will be straight around your house.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Rough and raw.
I'm going to have to leave it a few minutes before I come down to Brisbane.
Oh, shit. Well, it's not... You're having this R18, isn't it? 18 plus podcast? It's keeping it real.
It's definitely 18
That's the sort of shit that happens on these trips.
It's legit.
It's fun as fuck.
Yep, and that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. 100%. This fucking podcast, man. You look at the biggest podcasts in the world, they just talk real shit.
Yep.
Like, who the fuck isn't going to sit in their car and listen to this conversation and not laugh?
Yeah.
That's something like that, because
Yep.
every one of our mates does that shit.
Mad shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's worse shit than that. That
100%.
legit is too
there's
full
definitely
on.
shit like you can't repeat, but
Yeah.
funny shit like
But
that.
you really
man,
want
fucking
to.
let
Like
it out.
shit that you really want to repeat.
100%. But every single group of dudes has got a mate like that.
100%, man. Yep.
Which is funny as fuck.
Yep.
But yeah.
I was just thinking about that before. Like every cast dude I've met so far is mad as fuck. I haven't
Behind
got
the scenes.
Yeah, I haven't got any tame ones yet.
It's not even bad. It's just like we like to have a good time, and when we go away too, like when we go away and link up with, it's basically a group of fucking really good mates having a good time.
Yeah,
That's the way I wanted it. You know, like some people take it real serious and try to fucking see it as strictly a business or whatever, and the business part of it goes well when people are having fun.
Yeah,
It just it is that's exactly the recipe. Like, sure, you got to make good decisions, or you got to take a business strategy a certain way. You got to identify what your strengths and weaknesses are, and all that other bullshit. But if at the core of your business, you're doing what you love, you're having fun, and people can relate to it, the rest is fucking is what it is. Like it'll either work or it won't. People put too much pressure on shit like that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, especially in fishing, it's just fishing.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Fucking, don't get me started on that side of things.
No, definitely
not. Fuck that. But especially being in the industry, in the business side of it, there's a lot of like stupid bullshit that happens that doesn't need to happen.
Yep.
And I try to avoid that shit at all costs.
Oh, well, that defeats the purpose of fishing for me anyway.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, people trying to stand on each other to get ahead in fishing, like, it's not like anyone's a fucking multi-millionaire,
Yeah, that's right.
And when it all boils down to it, like, I'm 37 years old now.
Yep.
Right? My whole driver with having a business in what I love is to be able to spend more time doing what I enjoy doing.
Yep. 100%.
And if I can cover the costs and make a little bit of a living out of it by doing something that other people want or, can be part of, and there's a business side of it, then fuck, man, you're winning.
Yeah, 100%.
And the thing that other people realise is just because someone else is winning doesn't mean you can't win too.
Exactly, and you don't have to shit on the dude that's having a go, man. I hate that.
That's it, definitely.
Yep.
But nah, it's I love all the guys involved in cast, the guys and the girls. It's a great vibe. It's like I said, it humbles the fuck out of me.
Yep.
Every time I tell anybody about it.
Yeah.
And it's changed my life for sure, 100%.
We've got a couple of girls in there now.
Definitely.
And they're definitely not as loose as us. They're a lot more tame.
Oh, definitely. Like, I've hung out with Victoria and also Charlotte, and both really good girls, both legitimately passionate fishermen, and that's exactly what casters meant to be.
That's right.
Yeah, it is what it is, and we all have fun when we hang out together as well. Doesn't necessarily mean everyone's loose or whatever, but when the group of boys get along and a few drinks or whatever, we're going to have a fucking good time around the campfire.
That's just how it is, man.
That, yeah, 100%.
Oath.
Oh, I love it.
So what's in the works for Michael Guthrie at the moment? Big ones.
Big ones. There's a few business things I've kind of
ones that you can tell me about. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to keep the lid on quite a few things. Loose lips sink ships, but
do that.
cast is at an exciting period of time right now. I'll say that much. Because obviously Benny bought into the business about 5 months ago, I think, and we've been doing quite a lot of things behind the scenes that will come to fruition in the next 6 or 7 months, business wise. But at its core, it's always related to being able to spend more time doing what we and our mates and people that get involved love to do. Heaps more home turf, heaps more goal series, but I'm going to sort of wind back the goal series as much as save it for some really special things. If you know what I mean. That's I think what made the goal series so well received in the first 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, they were full on, those ones, man.
That was sick, man.
Yep.
Like that, still to this day, some of those things I look back and watch. Even the first one. Like,
Yep.
the first one, in comparison to the rest of the series, is not the greatest film.
Which one was the first one? Second one was...
First one was Powley.
Yeah, first one was Powley. The second one was
Yeah.
Tuskies.
Tuskies,
Yeah.
Third one was Cape York,
Yep.
which was a goal to get up there and camp on the Coral Cay, on the sand cane and see what was going on. The fourth one was like the the ode to GTs, because GTs were the one species of fish that really inspired the whole goal series.
Yeah, yep.
Because of obviously what Fez had been doing at CQ in the early days, and then obviously what myself and Ben and Fleety and a few other guys sort of decided to do on
Yep.
our own down in Brizzy. Even
Yep.
though other people had done it in Brizzy, but we hadn't. So it was new for us, it was a new goal for us. So.
Yeah.
And then the fifth one was Benny Coombs coming up to the Fitzroy River to catch his
Yeah.
first barra. Number 6 was the heli tour, which that's when I sort of thought to myself, the goal series is becoming more about bucket list destinations.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yep.
so I kind of want to, well, I've spoken to Benny about it too, like the goal series is going to be held back for special fish.
Yeah.
When something cool comes up, we're going to go, okay, let's go and try and actually do this,
Yeah.
you know? And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's really,
That's gold.
that's the exciting bit about goals
Yep.
films. But Home Turf is one I'm fucking excited about. I
Home Turf's
absolutely
legit,
love
man.
that
It's awesome.
series, man.
It's really good.
I want to keep with it. I've got about 20 lined up,
Really?
really. And like over the next year and a half or whatever. And deliberately to this point in time have kept it unsponsored as well.
Yeah, yep.
Because I want that series to be the heart of Cast Mag,
Yeah.
where people that are involved in cast, and some of them are like my closest mates,
Yeah, yep.
I want to be able to shine a light on them and say, hey, this is, because some of the stuff you guys do is fucking cool as.
Yeah. Yep.
And just because you guys do it every day or every a couple
You
of
don't
times
realise
a week
that.
or whatever, you don't realise it's fucking rad.
You definitely don't,
You
man.
know what I mean?
Yep.
And, you know, like chasing barramundi in the NT is dime a dozen, right?
Yeah.
But if you're not from the NT, it's cool as shit.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? If you don't have fucking barra on your doorstep, you look at someone like Victoria. Anytime I chat to her, all she wants to do is catch a barra
Yep.
because she doesn't have one.
Yeah, that's right.
Whereas you talk to someone up north, say for instance,
Powley.
excuse me, Powley.
Doesn't want to catch him more barra.
Yeah,
Yep.
fuck barra. You know, like other than real big ones.
Yeah.
Or you talk to someone like Jake. Never caught a Murray cod.
Yeah.
Murray
Yep.
cod are cool as fuck to him.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all about, you know, showcasing
Yeah.
what people do and why they love it.
Yep.
And because that connects to people. Like every time I film a Home Turf episode, I get this like overwhelming sense of happiness when it's finished.
Yep.
Because you can see the joy on people's faces when they've achieved the fish that they've set out to. You know, it's their own mini goals episode. Like people can imagine, especially fishermen, how much pressure you feel when there's a camera on you.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
You know, like, and there's fuck, it costs a lot of money to go and do this shit.
Fucking oath it does.
So we sort of, you know, might be flights or fucking driving for a couple of days or whatever it is, then, you know, filming time and, you know, editing time and music and all that sort of shit. And you sit in there and sometimes you get a one-day opportunity
Yep.
to make something happen. Like, you know yourself. Like, how did you feel sitting up at that creek for fucking 9-10 hours?
Oh, man.
Basically not seeing a fucking scale
Yep.
all day.
All day. And then they come through, like, those fish started coming through and I immediately put big gear on.
Yep.
And then that 90
Yeah.
could have, like, I didn't even care that it wasn't a meter.
Yeah.
Like, the
Fucking
fact that
oath.
it was that
Decent
the
fish.
fish that we needed
Yeah.
to complete
Yep.
the film and tell the full story
Yep.
and showcase
Yep.
what I'm all about
Yep.
was fucking epic. Like,
Oh.
just the fact that we got that fish.
100%.
It could have been an 80 and like something that still would have passed.
Yep.
And I still would have been just as excited.
For sure, mate. Because it's about ticking off the goal.
Yeah, that's it.
And, you know, that's something, we'll get back to that, but that's something that is what connects the people who are involved in cast so well.
Yep.
everybody's goal orientated
Yeah.
in their whole life, not just fishing. You look around the squad,
Yeah.
every single person you talk to has got some shit on the go.
Yep.
They're goal orientated.
Yep. Truth.
And so that's what I feel like people can relate to with that home turf, even if they don't pick up on it or not. But because everyone knows, like, people donut
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah. Every day.
more often than not.
Yep.
So to be able to put a quality fish, on deck, on camera,
Yep.
showcasing what you love to do, mate, that's
It's pretty special.
That's 12 out of 10 in my book.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, in terms of feelings.
Yeah, it was surreal,
It's fucking
man.
so good.
It was surreal.
I remember filming it, because when I'm filming it, it's like I'm watching TV.
I guess so, Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm watching the screen. I'm not watching it happen.
That's true, yeah.
So I miss all that, but I can hear it.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
can
because
hear
you've
it
got
in real
the
time.
you've got the
I
earphones.
can hear, like, when
Yep.
you're fighting the fish, I can almost hear your fucking heart beating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you
You
know,
just smash that
we've been
mic.
sitting up here. It's the... Sorry, mate.
No, it's all good.
I forgot
It's
about
pretty
that.
funny. Doop, doop, doop.
Yeah. Like, because like, I'm sitting up there in the fucking same river as you are, getting smashed by mozzies, not casting a fucking rod,
Sweating your hole out.
waiting for you to catch this fish.
Yep.
And then on the last day in the afternoon,
Yeah,
when
on
it's
the
all
deck.
there, on the death,
Yep.
you nail it. Mate, fuck.
Yep.
How good.
When the bloke on the next mint.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, man.
True though, I hate shit net jobs.
Oh, man, it's fucking... But that, and like, it's happened so many times. The only one that went so well, like swimmingly well, was Benny
Luke.
Coombs.
Oh, Coombsy.
Benny Coombs, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, actually, and Adam Townsend and Luke's went pretty well, actually, but not for big fish.
They got it dialed though.
Yeah, but not for big fish, for small fish, but we got it done. But
Yep.
Benny Coombs's was like, mate, we're going down to this little creek, we're going to frog for bass, we're going to catch heaps of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay, cool. But it wasn't even, this is a story people probably don't know. The home turf series was never a fucking series. I drove down to Sydney because I was visiting tackle stores to talk to them about stocking our gear. And then I was going to stay with Benny Coombs and we were going to go and shoot an apparel ad because I wanted to get the New South Wales guys and girls more involved in cast, you know, because it's always been very Queensland oriented. So I went down there. So we got Benny and we got Ollie, and then we filmed it. And about 20 minutes into it, we'd already landed a few fish, filmed heaps of eats, and got some really cool shots. And Benny Coombs turned to me, and he goes, "Bro, this could be way more than an apparel ad."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right, man. This is like your home turf, you know, like your."
That's where
this
it
is what
started.
you do, and then he goes,
They're
"Yeah,
right.
fucking love it." I'm like, yeah, there it is, home turf.
That's
Episode 1, let's do this, boys.
Done.
And so then we filmed more, and then, you know, like,
Yeah.
I remember I edited it, and I showed a couple of guys in the crew, and I just got instant feedback, like, wow, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's what we love about fishing.
Yep.
And then, yeah, away we went.
It was
And
legit.
that was it, yeah. And I love it. It's probably my favourite part of owning cast.
It's good, and it's not worth a cent.
Not worth a cent. We make zero money out of that.
Yep.
Yeah. But that one is, that one's for us, you know. Like, and I'm not saying there might be a time where a company that's generic, that we believe in, or, you know, have good products or whatever, might want to contribute to that series to help us make it better. And I'm not against that, especially if it's something that, you know, if it's a company or whatever that doesn't influence how we create the content.
Yeah, yep.
You know, like not a tackle brand or any of that bullshit.
That's right.
It might be some generic thing like fucking, you know, widgets or whatever it is.
Yeah, yep.
That doesn't really have anything to do with fishing, or doesn't say, you know, you can't use anything but Shimano, or you can't use anything but, you know.
Do whatever the fuck you want, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell your story.
Yeah, and that's what fishing is for me, is do whatever makes you happy, basically.
Yep.
So, I don't know where we're going with the home turf, is that?
No, I was just going like, what's up,
rambling.
and then we just...
Yeah, so home turf is up. There's
Yep.
fucking heaps of that coming.
Yep.
The goal series will be like sort of reserved for really special things.
Yep.
I think the last one we'll do in the series is possibly Benny's tarpon.
Yeah.
From the States recently,
Yep.
for a while anyway, until something really pops up that we want to do that's cool. I'll tell you, one other one actually would be if we do get the opportunity or can make it happen to go back to the States and get revenge on those big Cape Cod tuna. Like, there's been really big tuna getting caught in Australia, but I think between me and Benny both, there's something that really stings about that last trip to Cape Cod. It's kind of like, I don't know, for a fly fisherman, it's kind of like going to Florida Keys and getting a tarpon on fly. It's kind of like iconic.
Yeah, yep. I know
it's
what you
one
mean.
of those things I don't know.
It makes it worse when you didn't tick the box either. And it's you're sort of half ticked, you're on one.
Oh, yeah.
That was
at the end of the day too, that was really hard fishing.
Yeah.
And it was one bite between two boats over 2 days.
Yeah.
And, you got to share the rod around. So ideally, he'd be casting at a fucking froth up school.
Yeah.
Get the hook up and then see how long you can last.
Fight it till death.
That's really what the goal was at the
time. I would love to see him just burn him.
Oh, I would love to see the initial run.
Yeah.
Just fucking crazy. So, but you're talking monster fish.
Yeah.
I got sent a message by Cody, one of our friends over there. I can't remember the exact thing. I think he said it was 208 inches. Was it 208 inches? It was 3 meters. Anyway, this
That's
fucking
a big
tuna
fish,
guy got. It wasn't on top water, but it was this young guy, solo.
Landed it
solo.
Shit.
Fucking demon, man.
Wow.
I've got the photo. I'll show you. You can post it on your Instagram page.
Yeah, I will.
To reference this conversation, but mate, fucking surreal. It looks like a fucking Photoshop. Is out of control. But going back there and getting revenge at one of those fish would be worth doing a goals episode.
Yeah, shit, yeah, man.
And then from then on, just watch this space, I guess, over the next 12 months and see what happens.
What about outside of cast? What's Mick got going on?
Oh fuck.
Yeah, because you're behind with your own personal goals because of cast.
Massively, yeah.
Where are you at?
Well, to put it in perspective, I've probably put my own personal fishing goals on the shelf for about 3 years, I reckon.
Yep.
To film and help other people and be part of other people's journeys, which I've really, really enjoyed. It's given me some awesome experiences, but I'm starting to get that itch where I want to do some shit for myself again. Whether it's filmed or not, I just want to do it,
Yep.
So, hence this trip. We're going to fish the flats, going to explore a new area, and just have a good look around and just get back to doing what I want to do. Trip away with the boys, doing some cool shit without the pressure of having to do any filming or content or anything like that.
Do you reckon you'll ever do another trip without a camera?
That's a hard question.
I don't reckon.
It's almost like this is how I think about it, right? Would you go on a boat trip without a fishing rod?
But is it the purpose to film or is it the purpose
Answer
to
the question.
No.
Would you go out on a boat without taking a rod just in case something happened?
Yeah, but would I go out in a boat? Depends what the purpose of going out in the boat is.
That's not the question. Would you go out?
No, never.
Well, there you go. So now that's because you're passionate about fishing. Yeah?
Yes.
And you don't want to pass up an opportunity. If something cool happens, you want a rod there.
Well,
fuck.
But it's different though, because I wouldn't be on the boat.
It's not different.
I would not be going on a boat without a fishing rod because I don't want to do anything on a boat other than fish.
There you go. So this time, right, I've fallen in love with the process of trying to learn how to be better at filming.
Yep.
So whenever I go fishing, I'm going to take a camera just in case there's an opportunity there to capture something that I want to capture personally. Yep. You know what I mean? This is the thing that some people will get it, some people won't get it. But now that I've had a fair bit of time holding a camera and I'm enjoying that, and I sort of feel like I've gotten to a point where it's good enough where people can look at it and go, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
I'm definitely not fucking what I would consider awesome or even fucking super professional or anything like that. I'm still I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it as best as I can. But I sort of when I'm on those film trips and I capture something that then I see in an edit and it looks it looks good, and I feel like I caught that fish.
Yeah,
If you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like, it's kind of like my goal for a trip is if I know I'm going on a trip to do work,
Yeah.
my goal is to film it the way that I want to film it so that I get the right edit at the end or whatever.
Yep.
The guy on the rod's goal is to catch the fish.
Yep.
We've both done our job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get a lot of satisfaction out of that. But now when I go away, right, I'm creating all these memories for other people to look back on.
Yeah.
You look at yourself, right? In 10 years' time, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, you'll be able to type into YouTube and go, Wade Kelly home turf.
Yeah, and it'll be there.
And you'll watch that.
Yep.
And you go, fuck.
That was a long time
That was a long time ago. I'm fat, I'm ugly as fuck. But
yeah.
I used to be able to catch barra.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
If I don't take a camera when I go fishing, where's my memories?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
Like, I want to be able to look back at some of those things myself, even if it's just I record myself letting a tusky go, or something like that, and I can just look back on my phone and go,
and then it reignites the fire. Yeah.
That's it.
So what? But like,
I guess what I'm saying is I enjoy
both
creating stuff with a camera in a different way, but as much as
I
catching
gotcha.
fish. You know what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
Yeah.
What about like though? So you want to go and catch this fish, whatever fish it is,
Yeah.
and are you going to be fucking around filming, or are you going to be catching the fish?
No, fuck no.
Yeah.
No. And when you say we take a camera, like, I'd love to get a nice still shot of a fish.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know
No,
what
I mean like filming.
Nah, man. If I'm on a fishing trip where I'm fishing, I'm fucking fishing.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But you never would be, because you'd always have a camera.
Well, look at the trip I went on with my son, Saratoga fishing.
Yeah.
I didn't take a camera.
Didn't you?
I took my phone.
Nice.
Didn't take a camera. Sorry, I took a still camera.
Yeah, that's different.
Like,
That's different.
I caught my first Saratoga on fly.
Yeah, and you didn't film it.
I didn't film it.
You on?
No one filmed it. But I don't care, because I look back at that photo and I see that photo of me with a Saratoga, my son next to me,
Yeah.
fly rod on the shoulder,
Yep.
and that was a first fish for me. And that, like, I look at that photo and I smile,
Yep.
because the only thing I can remember about that fish, other than watching it, like, swipe at the fly about 6 times,
Yeah.
it ate it 6 inches from the bank.
Yeah.
I strip set it, and I couldn't hear anything other than Jed, who's my son, my oldest boy, saying, "Yes, Dad."
Yeah.
That's all I can recall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't recall the flight of the fish.
Nothing.
I can't recall even what it felt like on the end of the rod once I set the hooks.
Yep.
All I can, it's like when you play sport, you can't hear the crowd.
Yeah.
All I could hear was Jed going, "Yes, Dad." And then all of a sudden, I'm in like dreamland with a toga that I just caught on fly, because, again, goals orientated. Before we went on that trip, I wanted Jed to catch his first toga, and I wanted one on fly.
Yeah.
Fucking euphoria, mate. 12 out of 10.
Yeah.
I live for that shit.
Yep.
But yeah, no camera.
Yeah. So it's never like it should have. It like you're filming.
Yeah,
someone fishing, and you're like, oh, I wish that was me.
Nah, not at all, mate. Never. Not once. I've never ever thought that, to be honest. The only time I like to get something like that done is if like, just to get a nice still shot.
Yeah,
of a nice fish that I've caught. Like, Benny's taken some really good photos of fish for me lately.
Yep.
Like, I got that barra that we got at
South.
the South.
Yeah.
That one off the top. That's my biggest barra off the top.
Oh, really?
100%.
Yeah, nice.
And, like, he took a banger photo.
I'm going to blow your mind in January when you come back up, if we have a decent wet season.
Please do.
Yeah.
But, like, he took a banger photo of it, and I still look at that photo and I can remember the take of the fish.
Yep.
I don't need anyone to film it. That's in my brain.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I like filming it for other people, because that's what I like to fucking push out through cars.
Yeah,
I want other people to feel like they're there with us.
Yep.
But I don't need people to feel like they're there with me personally.
Yep.
At all. Yeah, I love having those memories for myself, for sure.
I was going to taper it off, but then tell us about those topwater eats, man. That trip.
Oh, in the south?
Yeah, man.
Fuck. That trip, started off
Fucking shit.
terrible. Like, anyone from the Baronets, don't take this the wrong way, but if there's no fish in the system, change the fucking system. Like, go to a different river for real. You got all those guys there,
Yep.
all those boats, people spending $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to get there.
River was fucking
And
dangerous
the river
that year
was
too.
no fish and dangerously low.
Yeah.
Like, fucking credit to the boys who caught fish.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we fished, what, a day and a half and still finished 23rd or
Yeah,
22nd
with 2 fish.
out of 70 teams.
Yep.
Crazy, man. But anyway, like, it's a fucking cool event.
Yeah.
Like, really good people, good vibe, fucking pretty loose.
Yep.
But we had a good time, but, you know, like, we had stuff that we had to do for work.
For work, yeah.
So we made the call to the guys and just checked if it was okay if we could move on because there was no fish. We were just basically burning people's money for no reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we moved to the south and had a good look around and
We did Blue Water before that.
did we?
Yeah, that's when we got them Queenies, remember?
That's right, we did too, yeah.
I wanted to catch big dewies, and then you
That's
just
right.
you kept seeing the fucking queenfish busting up.
Monster
so you just made me
queenfish.
poke out there and fuck around.
Fuck around on those topwater squids.
Yeah, well, I couldn't
How
get
good.
one. Brenny got 2, you got 1 or something, and I got none.
Your eat though is probably
Yeah.
the best one we got on film.
Yeah, that was mint.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But that's some big queenfish.
They were
and you know,
donkeys.
again, the whole time I was filming that, I was sitting there thinking, my 12 weight's here.
Yeah,
It was in the boat.
that was the question I was meaning before.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fucking, that chews you out. Oh, it has to.
That bit chews me out when I go, like, okay, cool, yep, got everything I need to do. Sweet, camera's down. Oh, fuck, they're gone.
Yep, that's exactly what had happened
Yeah,
too.
and that happens often,
Yeah.
man. Like, I'll get back to the Baronets. But yeah, sorry, not the Baronets, the Barra.
Yeah,
But a good example of that happening as well
Yep.
is over in the States.
yep,
I filmed all of Benny's tarpon.
yep.
He got an eat on the first one, dropped it after 45 minutes. Then we got blown off the water by a storm and thought it was all over for the day. So we had a few drinks in a bar where the boat was moored, and then the water cleared, and then we fucking went back out and he hooked it. It was 2.5 hours later, he landed it, right?
Yep.
The whole time, my 12 weight's in the boat. And I said to the boys, let's get Benny one, and then please, if I can get a shot on fly, just one shot, I'll be stoked.
Yep.
And then he landed his fish, and the skipper looked at me and goes, it's getting pretty gnarly out there, man. Do you want to go? I'm like, fuck, man, the rod's here. Let's go.
Yep.
And we went out, and then it was just the wind just blew up, and just white caps everywhere, cloud cover. Couldn't see jack shit.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck. Missed it. And then the next day, the day after I cast, we drove 5 hours up the coast to a place called Fernandina Beach with Nathan Outlaw.
Yeah.
And sight casting at redfish is what I really want to do up in those floodplains.
I've got to unfollow that dude, man, because those
makes you
videos
sick,
just
eh?
give me
He
goosebumps.
sends them to me all the time,
It's
personally.
fucked up, man.
Before he posts them, just going, oh, check this out. And I'm like, fuck, man, you're teasing me. But got out on the floodplain the one time that I had the chance to do my thing with the fly rod, and saw one fish, pretty much made one cast, and then the lightning and rain just came in, and it just fucked me.
Bad juju, man.
Yeah, man. But I mean, I'm not complaining. Like, I could have
Nah.
been sitting at work, looking at a computer screen. It was a fucking amazing trip. It was an amazing trip. But yeah, the topwater barra,
Yeah.
man.
I'll just set the scene first.
Oh,
I was like, we'll go to the south. I planned it out. We'll go to the south.
yeah.
And I kept G and Benny up saying it was 3.5 hours drive.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I was just poking along, packing the car. It's actually only 2 hours drive.
Yeah.
And I was just poking along, packing the car, not in a rush, doing things slowly. And he's just going, making all these snide comments.
He's peaking.
He was going, fuck!
Fucking hurry up, man.
Yeah, it was
Like,
fucking.
fuck, we're gonna miss it.
We're late. We're fucking late.
Yeah. Fucking ginning around like
Peaking.
an old lady.
Yep. And then swung into the turn. I was like, oh, we're here. He's like, he was having a bit-
People won't get how much he peaks out when you're not
yeah,
on
man.
time.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, he was having big socks. Big socks.
And then we got there, and first of all, in that fucking river system, I could not believe how many monster crocs are in there.
Yeah, man. South Chockers.
And big crocs.
Proper chockers. I won't tell the name of the creek just for the sake
Yeah,
of the
for
secret of
sure.
the
Yeah.
place. But
Yeah.
yeah, there was
Oh, every 200 metres there's a 4 metre croc. That's not exaggerating.
Yep, that was truth.
Unbelievable. But
truth.
that like when we went up that creek, like it just seemed like a normal little creek, and I think were we sort of on the plane when we first saw one boof, and then we stopped.
We stopped it. We seen that because it was all of that shit was eddying in that along that bend.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we seen that one pop, and I stopped.
Yep.
And then it was like pop, pop,
yep.
pop. Like fuck, we'll camp up here.
Yeah, and then looked at like 100 metres up the bank, and it was going like a fucking
off its tits.
It was like a ballistics range.
Yep.
It was bang, 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 bang.
Yep. They weren't huge fish. There was the odd big one in there.
Yeah.
But mostly, sort of 60s, 70s.
Yeah, definitely. And quite a few 50s as well.
Yep.
But man, talk about fun.
Yeah.
That shit was fun.
Yeah, man.
And I filmed a shitload of it, but because it was so much action, I fished heaps too.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
We had two full afternoons, two of that
3 hour plus sessions.
At least.
Yeah.
It was from like 2 p.m.
Fucking crazy.
2 p.m. because we were stuck into the tide.
Yeah.
2 p.m. on, and just going off the Richter.
Definitely.
But that Buster hooked that crocodile, ate his fizzer. Because he was fucking around with it.
Oh, man. Yeah. Fucking hell.
That was awesome.
Don't get me started. Fucking crocs. Oh, man. Oh, you used to wrangle them, though, right?
Used to, yeah. I used to do crocodile management in North Queensland.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
So you've probably seen heaps of like.
Heaps.
I've seen a few, but nothing like what was in there.
Yeah, that's loose, man. And the daily's just as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen a few there. Oh.
Yeah, but you don't like. There's a few in the daily that like are fucking like real ones. Like you say, oh yeah, they're 4 meters, 4 or 5, 4 to 4.5 meters is a big croc.
Yeah.
I don't know how big these ones are. There's one big black one in the daily that's like one of them ones you see on fucking movies, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Biggest croc I've ever seen.
It was kind of like that big one we seen right up. Remember we were fishing that little junction, fishing Vibes?
What was that?
Right up near the swamp.
Oh, yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, that was big, man.
That was fucking monstrous.
Yeah, it was big.
Like that, I was saying about that sportsman with that fucking
low freeboard,
man.
Yep.
Holy fuck.
There's dudes that fish that river, man, in like 3 points.
That's crazy.
Like 3.8.
That's crazy. Like I'm not afraid to say it. Like when you see an animal like that so close to you, it does something to your gut.
It does.
If you're not around that often, you look at it and you go, yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah, and then we're all there because we just sort of let toes hanging over the edge and standing on the gunnels.
Yeah. Fuck. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm standing up on the fucking driver's seat.
Yeah. Yep.
Like a fucking kook.
Yeah, we definitely take it for granted, and then we whinge when someone gets eaten.
It's crazy, mate. Like, I couldn't believe the size of the back of that one.
Yeah, it was big, man. He was puffing up too, cranky.
Yeah.
That was
big animals.
We got a lot of fish in those 2 days, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, we did. The one that I got, the first one I got on topwater was that sort of mid-70s one.
Yeah.
And fuck, man, the eat on that was crazy. It was like a GT eat. It like porpoised it.
Yeah.
You know, like this big shotgun and oh man.
You were barring netting anyone's fish.
Yeah.
You were putting size on it. Like if it's under 60 or under 70,
I was
you're netting
under 70, net it yourself.
Yeah.
Well, that like fuck, man, we caught probably 100 fish.
Don't even know.
Easily would have been 100 fish.
It would have easy,
2
yeah.
days.
3 dudes.
Yeah.
2 days.
All on top.
Yep.
How good.
Yeah. That was stupid, that session, man.
Yeah, it was fun too.
Yep.
Had the beats going.
Yeah, we were cranking tunes.
Yeah, it was good.
Electric running the battery.
Yeah. Pie warmer. With
the pie was on.
Shit.
Lasagna was on.
Good. Oh, basically the best day of life.
All you southern mob need to get onto the pie warmers.
Yeah, well, you just bought me one.
I bought you one, yeah.
I appreciate you, mate. So good.
I'll change your life, man.
Yeah.
It'll change your life.
It
Especially
definitely will.
like being there where there's actually winter.
Yeah, that's right, when it's cold as fuck.
You can make lasagnas and shit.
Oh, man, me and Benny spent so many hours, especially Benny, but me as well, in the middle of the fucking night chasing threadfin salmon in the winter. Holy fuck. Oh, I lost all confidence in my ability as a fisherman, doing that shit. One session, I was that fucking tired. We were out there. I slept from like 11 p.m. to like fucking 2:30 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
Benny basically kicked me and goes, "Hey man, I'm going home. Haven't seen shit." I'm like, all right, man. Let's go.
Cool.
I was fucking freezing too on the floor of the boat. Fucking hoodie on.
Oh, yeah, fuck that.
So cold.
No, thanks.
But they're the kind of times where that pie warmer's going to save my life.
It is, man. I've changed your life ever now. You've got one of them.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We better wrap this thing up, otherwise we'll be on here for 2 hours.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Nah, just kidding. Check this out. Oh, actually,
Yeah,
I'll wrap it up.
go for it.
Gun to your head.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
No, you know this one, but I want you to just, I want it to be on air.
Righto.
There's 2 chairs, right?
Right.
There's a cake on one
Right.
and a dick on the other.
Shit.
Like literally gun to your head.
Literally gun to my head.
You don't make a decision, you're going to die.
Right.
You've got to sit on one chair
Shit.
and you've got to eat what's on the other chair. What are you doing, man?
I don't know yet. Oh, gun to my head. Oh, I've got to sit on one. Got it. You can't have one in your mouth.
You can't have it anywhere near your mouth.
No way.
No way.
You've just got to take it.
Yeah, Triggy would be proud of you.
Yeah, just got to take it. Oh, fuck.
I reckon that's a cut. That might be my intro.
I love it.
That'll be my intro.
Yeah, I like that.
I just got to grab.
And you got to do a gun to your head every episode.
I should, eh?
You have to.
What am I going to do? I can't do it with the girls.
What do you mean?
What?
Maybe not that one.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Gun to your head, something.
Yeah. Fuck.
Surely.